Presenting to you guys the outlook of Germany by Kaiser Zabin, which is me. So this is the introduction. The Federal Republic of Germany is a country that is situated in Western Europe, with its capital city being Berlin. The country is the second most populous country after Russia and covers a distance of approximately 350,000 square kilometers. Germany is one of the countries with a very rich history, having gone through changes and witnessed several political, social, and economic transformations with a population of approximately 84 million and a density of 236 people per square kilometer. The country faces different conditions for trade, growth, and development. So we're going to be going over the current situation here. So Germany is one of the largest economies in Europe and the world. The GDP of Germany as of 2024 was estimated to be about $5.5 trillion. From the outlook, the GDP is expected to grow in the future. The nominal GDP is estimated to be 4.591 trillion, which indicates a growing concern and depicts a changing situation in Germany. The per capita income in the country is estimated to be around $67,000, and the population is also estimated to be 84,600,000 people. The population consists of different individuals, from the natives to the immigrants. The average annual GDP growth rate of Germany is also estimated to be 1.84%. So this is basically a chart that shows the real GDP of Germany since 2015. I'm gonna go explain it a little bit. The real GDP of Germany has been on an upward trajectory except for 2020 and 2022 when it decreased. The real GDP has been an important measures of economic growth and developmental across economies. Changes in the real GDP have also always been critical in handling the conditions and understanding the process and the systems that have been essential in the process. Between 2015 and 2022, the changes will always be critical in the economy's planning and handling of different policy systems. So this shows the real GDP per capita of Germany from 2015. So the real GDP per capita in Germany has been increasing since 2015. In 2020, there was a negative growth rate that was affected by the pandemic, COVID, and orders that were given had a direct effect on the economy. The changes in the real GDP reflect the performance of different aspects of the economy and their growth in the system. Changing systems have been critical in determining the growth influencing the changes and improving the conditions between 2015 and 2020. The changing systems have been determined to have a positive impact on the connections and help in building a positive system and the critical steps that can have a pretty positive impact on the people. And in 2022, the real GDP per capita has been critical in influencing their business and processes in the outcome. So this is a chart basically showing the population of Germany from 2015 to 2020. I'm going to be explaining it a little bit. So Germany is one of the most populous countries in Europe. The population has largely remained high compared to its neighbors and other European countries. The structure of the population in Germany is such that the majority are between 15 and 64 years old. The second largest age group in Germany is also above 65 years. A high population of between 15 and 64 years indicates that there is access to labor and market. High access to labor and markets remain vital in economic growth and development. However, the higher the population of older people above 65 years could also indicate that an aging economy is critical. The dependence on the aging population indicates high pension payments and critical systems. Germany's system and population structure are critical in understanding its economic growth and development, with an increase in the system. Changes in Germany's population system are also critical in influencing the gross domestic product and the per capita income. So this is basically the chart showing the population changes in Germany, and I'm also going to be explaining this. So the population change in Germany has been very low, and the growth has also been declining since 2017. The growth soared exponentially in 2016 and started reducing in 2017. In other words, the marginal increase in population has been reduced in the process. So the changes in the populations in Germany have mostly been influenced by different activities. Basically, the marginal increase in the population shows the changing realities and the structures in the country. It is also an indication of the different problems that Germany is facing. Germany is one of the countries that faces the issue of immigrants and its local populations over time. The rate of population change in Germany has been dependent on different activities and conditions that influence the behaviors of the people. And developments in Germany and the policy projections are always going to be dependent on the population changes and the rate of change. And these are charts showing the inflation and unemployment rates in Germany from 2015 to 2022. So the inflation rates influence the economic growth rate of the economy. And this also has an impact on the unemployment rates. Theoretically, higher inflation rates lead to increased unemployment in the economy. Between 2015 and 2022, Germany witnessed the highest unemployment rate and lowest rate in 2015 and 2019. The highest inflation rate was in 2022 at 6.87% and the lowest in 2020 at 1.14%. Even though the correlation is pretty high, there's a low causality between the inflation and unemployment rates. Unemployment rates in Germany are always addressed by various social measures implemented by different agencies in the country. Germany has one of the most robust systems that determine the performance and handling of different conditions in the process. Unemployment influences the performance and standards of living among various individuals. So here we're going to be discussing the fiscal policy. So Germany is one of the economies with the lowest debt ratios in the world. The low debt ratio is connected to its policies, which are social based and follow different conditions in the process. Fiscal service provisions have also been important in influencing different conditions and degrees of change in the process. Fiscal policy is also based on the need to address the changes of inequality within Germany properly. Germany's debt as a percent of the GDP was the lowest in 2019 in the last 10 years. And low debt as a percent of GDP influences different activities and conditions that also affect the operations and help in building the best frameworks. In 2021, the debt as a percentage of GDP was also increased because of the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Debt as a percent of GDP is connected to the performance of economies under different conditions. Germany's economic performance is based on the need to address different conditions and improve its performance based on different activities and systems. Investment recovery measures in Germany have also been really important in understanding different conditions in the process. The company's climate actions are based on sustainable business and projects that have been really critical in the process for it. The fiscal framework is hinged on the happenings and the changes in the Eurozone. Fiscal frameworks remain vital in addressing inequality and other social issues in Germany. So this is a chart showing the monetary policies. So monetary policy in Germany is set and implemented by the, excuse me if I say this wrong, Deutsche Bank, which is basically their central bank. Sorry, I pronounced that completely wrong, probably. So the bank helps in setting the monetary policy and interest rates that have always been critical in influencing the different conditions. However, the bank controls the economic policy in collaboration with other agencies that are critical in influencing different activities and building a system that can have a positive impact on the business. The system of the bank is based on the Euros system that has been employed in the European Union. Interest rates have always been used in Germany to control different activities, establish the process that remain critical, and handle some of the changes that are perceived, basically. So the open market operations have been applied to adjust the monetary policy and influence different activities in the process. Interest rates have also been used to determine the flow of money in any economy and establish operations in the process. Building a properly functioning economic system is based on the processes that have been established and also following the flow of money in the process. The interest banks in Germany have been increasing as set by the Bank of Germany, the Deutsche Bank of Germany. The graph shows that the interest rates rose sharply between 2017 and 2021. However, the interest rates in 2016 were mostly zero, which has been established to be the lowest in the last 10 years. Low interest rates help discourage saving and encourage expenditures, while high interest rates help in savings. Therefore, the high interest rates help to mop out excess money in the economy and stabilize inflation. So here's my conclusion for the presentation. So Germany is the first world country in Europe. The country has had a rich history that has affected both social and economic activities in the recent past. The high population of Germany provides a market and labor for different industries. Germany's population budgets in the middle, with the majority of people between 50 and 64 years. The Deutsche Bank, Deutsche Bank is in charge of interest rates and monetary policy. And here are my references, and this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Have a great day.